Kaitlyn Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul, which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
This was the first real test of toughness for Kaitlyn Clark in the WNBA. The intensity hit a new level, and at the heart of it was her well-known college rival Angel Reese. When these two stepped on the court, it felt like the entire basketball world was watching. Their rivalry already had history, and now they were facing off again on a much bigger stage. Chicago came in fired up, ready to shake things up and send a message. But interestingly, the game didn't begin with rough plays. It started with skill.
Clark connects on a deep three.
Kaitlyn came out hot, confidently scoring and making smart passes to her teammates. She wasn't just scoring herself, she was setting up plays like a floor general. The Chicago bench looked surprised as she controlled the entire first quarter. She dominated the court and Indiana built a small lead. But something felt off with Chicago. They weren't all on the same page. Sensing this, Kaitlyn stepped up her game even more in the second quarter.
The Commissioner's Cup final, what a dish, down the floor, Wallace, the finish plus the foul, on a beautiful delivery from Clark.
To Indiana, it was just another game in the season, but to Chicago, it was personal. As the pressure built, so did the frustration. One player feeling the heat the most was Kennedy Carter, Chicago's point guard. She couldn't keep up with Kaitlyn on defense, and on offense, her mistakes were starting to add up. Turnovers, bad passes, missed shots, it was all going wrong for her. Indiana kept their cool and took control of the game. Slowly, Chicago began to unravel.
And their impact and what it has done and how they are living out their dreams today.
And right on cue, connects on another bomb, 2 for 2 from 3 in the early.
When the third quarter began, everything changed. Chicago started doubling Kaitlyn right away, and their defense turned physical fast. They weren't hiding it, they were going to play rough. Still, Kaitlyn stuck to her game. Even when her teammates struggled to stay in rhythm, she didn't panic. But then came a hard foul. Dana Evans stood her ground and didn't let Kaitlyn drive to the rim. It was a strong message.
Allowed too much dribble penetration.
Well, and it allows them, oh, what a dime. My goodness, the pass from Clark to Katie Lou Samuelson for 2. But Rebecca, that's what allows them.
On the next play, things escalated. Cardoso hit Clark hard enough to send her to the bench. But Cardoso didn't back down. She kept playing aggressive defense, even if it meant reckless fouls and slamming into the backboard. Despite all this, Indiana held onto a 51-47 lead. With just a minute left in the quarter, Kaitlyn returned to the game. Carter tried to get revenge with a pass, but it was messy. Kaitlyn snatched it up like a hawk.
Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in, and beats the shot clock.
That moment triggered Carter. She chased down Kaitlyn and physically took the ball back, but the referees said nothing. Kaitlyn looked stunned, waiting for a foul call that never came. The play continued, and Indiana got another chance at the basket. Boston missed 3 shots in a row, but the scramble for the rebound gave Kaitlyn another chance. She grabbed the ball again and smartly passed it back to Boston. At this point, Carter was visibly angry.
Carter the rebound. Mabry running, can't get to it, and Chicago turns it over.
Kaitlyn didn't back down. She even said a few words to Carter, clearly getting under her skin. And then Carter came out strong on the next play, draining a mid-range jumper and glaring at Kaitlyn. But she wasn't done. The next few moments showed just how far Chicago was willing to go. Carter shoved Kaitlyn off the ball, but the refs barely acknowledged it. Angel Reese celebrated the play as if it won them the game. It was disappointing.
To Mitchell. Mitchell long 2 is good.
It made fans wonder, was this going to be the new norm when teams faced Kaitlyn? Would opponents push her limits physically, hoping the referees would stay quiet? It seemed that way. But Kaitlyn didn't let it get to her. She stayed locked. And following her game plan, staying focused, and letting her performance speak louder than any foul or shove. Even when her teammates seemed to fall out of sync, she kept them steady.
Yes.
Nice entry, and Wallace again blows the layup. The follow is good, though.
But when
The Indiana Fever stuck to smart basketball, moving the ball, creating open looks and playing with control. In contrast, the Chicago Sky were throwing finesse out the window. They went all in on physical play, hoping brute strength would turn the game around. At times, they got away with it. Missed calls helped them stay close. But in the end, that rough play didn't matter. What did matter was who won, and the Fever did win.
Here's Carter Evans guarding Clark, and Evans sends Clark to the deck. Foul called on Dana Evans.
But it was almost thrown away when Nalissa Smith made some late mistakes. Still, Indiana pulled through. The Sky, meanwhile, might have started something dark within the league. The rivalry between Clark and Reese is no longer a debate, it's an all-out war.
First 8 attempts. Clark races in, is fouled by Cardoso, and Clark in some pain. Kaitlyn Clark goes down.
From the very beginning, number 22 Kaitlyn showed she came to fight. She quickly recognized Chicago's defensive hole and targeted Alia Smith, isolating her and attacking. She was ready to show Chicago they should fear her. But Angel Reese had her own plans, keeping her team's early 8-12 lead alive. Then came Allen, another Sky player, who caught fire and couldn't miss.
And that was 2011.
Nalissa Smith stopped.
Even with Kaitlyn's high-level play and precise passes. Placing Alia Boston in perfect positions to help defensively, it wasn't enough to stop Chicago. Angel Reese pushed the lead into double digits. Indiana was in trouble. They needed someone to step up and change the energy. And once again, it was number 22.
This time, it's good. Alia Boston.
But the Sky answered quickly, keeping the pace up and pushing the lead to 24-11. Kaitlyn. New Indiana had to react fast. The Fever made a smart move by subbing in their defensive powerhouse, Timmy Fogbonnel. That decision made an immediate impact. Within minutes, Indiana cut the lead to 26-23 and were right back in the game.
Another rebound, tosses ahead, Wheeler extra feed. Oh, that was pretty. What's the foul?
Meanwhile,
As the first quarter wound down, they had a great chance to tie the score. Fogbonnel was doing the impossible on defense, reaching and stopping plays that seemed out of range. But on offense, her limitations started to show. Despite that, they were helped by Angel Reese continuing to miss close shots. That gave Kaitlyn all the space she needed to take control again.
Kennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench. And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul which was called. The question is, will they call it unnecessary? Kennedy Carter.
Reese kept trying to find her rhythm, but Fogbonnel shut her down. That opened the door for CeCe, who hit some sharp three-pointers and brought in new energy. With every bucket, Indiana closed the gap. The game became intense again. Kaitlyn remained red hot, delivering assists and running the floor like a seasoned leader.
Mabry down 2. Mabry loses the handle and a foul is called. A foul is called on Smith, and free throws here for the Sky. Number 5 on Smith as she dove to the floor.
CeCe's confidence was contagious. Kelsey Mitchell started shooting without hesitation. But even with that fire, some things didn't change. Robin might shine, but she'd never be Batman.
The Sky shooting 38%. Kaitlyn Clark, another three-pointer. 6 threes on the night.
After the refs took a closer look at the play, they decided that it wasn't Angel Reese who committed the serious offense, but Kaitlyn Clark. They claimed Kaitlyn had shoved Angel after the foul, and this resulted in a highly controversial flagrant foul. That call immediately sparked debate, with fans and analysts questioning whether it was fair or biased. When the game ended, both Angel and Kaitlyn tried to cool things down publicly, calling it nothing more than an ordinary foul. But let's be honest, there was clearly some tension building up between them long before that moment.
For 29 points, gets tripped up.
That one moment didn't just end with a whistle. It ignited a spark on the court. You could see a shift in energy. CeCe came back into the game with intensity, bringing a whole new level of aggression and focus. She wasn't just playing hard, she was dominating. By that point, she already had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. Her stat line was filling up fast, and everyone watching could feel that she was having one of those rare, Special nights dot with her teammates running the floor with more urgency and confidence, everything started clicking.
Spinning off her left shoulder and walked with it.
Fast breaks turned into easy points. The ball movement was smoother. And as the offense flowed, CeCe reached her 10th assist. That meant she was just one rebound away from achieving a triple-double in the very first game of her second season. That's not just impressive, it's historic. But before she could grab that final rebound to seal the triple-double, CeCe made another big statement. She pulled up from way beyond the three-point line and knocked it down with ease. The crowd went wild, and it wasn't just CeCe making history. Her veteran teammate, Dawanna Bonner, had her own moment to shine. She broke a huge scoring milestone, moving up to third place on the WNBA's all-time scoring list. It was an incredible achievement that added to the electric atmosphere. Then the moment finally came. Kaitlyn grabbed the last rebound needed for CeCe to officially complete the triple-double. The arena erupted. This wasn't just a great performance, it was a statement. And when the final score appeared on the screen, it told the full story. Chicago didn't stand a chance. The Indiana Fever had completely controlled the game from start to finish. This win wasn't just about one game. It was a message to the rest of the league. The Fever aren't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. If this is how they're starting the season, every other team better prepare for a long, tough battle ahead.
Clark couldn't handle it. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston, will fire a 3. And Clark gives it up, gets it back. Clark looking to take Williams, finds Boston inside for 2. Here is Clark pushing pace, racing up the floor. What a time!
So, if you want more exciting breakdowns like this, make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. There's a lot more action coming your way this WNBA season.